Good evening, everybody. We are hard at work wrapping up the Cab West. Got a couple of loose ends that we're tying up this week. One is your low voltage and technology package, where the budget had come in way not where we wanted it to be. So we've been working with systems integration to repackage that, get it back down where it needs to be budget-wise. And we're also wrapping up the kitchen design. We got a few improvements to make there. We're going to meet one last time on Monday and wrap that up. And I am going to slide the schedule, not your move-in schedule. We're still going to have everything done to move in August of 2014. I'm going to slide. I need to slide the date that you approve the bids. Instead of approving bids at your April school board meeting, I need you to approve bids at your May school board meeting. So that affects when we get started a little bit, but not when you move in. So we've got, on bid day, we'll have different packages for the contractors to submit pricing on. One is the storm shelter itself. The next is the traditional construction, which would be any miscellaneous renovation, the kitchen and all the work that goes along with that. That's number 2. Number 3 is the roof, which will be its own number that we can look at and evaluate. And then really number 4 is what Johnson Controls is doing as part of the new construction, where they are guaranteeing the savings that you're going to see. So we've been working with Johnson Controls and their folks, and their engineers evaluate and recommend, but it's actually our engineers that do the drawings and stamp them and have them in the plans. And so we've having to work with them very close and go back and forth, make sure we've got everything just right. So basically, we're in the home stretch there, and we'll have an update next month. It'll be on the street by then. And then in May, we'll have numbers that you folks can evaluate and act on, hopefully, and basically get mobilized and ready to go by the time school gets out.
So you, apparently there was enough cushion in the time frame to shorten that by a month?
Yes, there was a little bit of cushion to start with, and we're not going to get done in August. We're going to get done over that summer to give time for us to do the punch list, give you folks time to move in, and then August open for business. But the construction will be done before then. I've been talking.
The punch list done by a month before school starts, probably.
Exactly.
Punch list.
The punch list happens upon substantial completion. Yeah. And that's when the warranties start. That's when the utilities go over into your name. That's where the contractor basically says, I'm done and you're ready to use it, but we get to go through and make our list. And once he corrects that list, get our certificate of occupancy, you guys move in, you're good to go.
Money.
Exactly. That's right. We hold that retainage until final completion. But I've been talking with some of the general contractors that bid on a lot of our work, that bid on the work for your neighbors, and I've been consulting with them a little bit just to make sure we're good on budget, good on schedule. So we're good so far.
And for people that have seen the layout of the building, nothing has changed on that.
Nope.
And all those plans are the same. Bid date will change. We'll have to get another bid date. We'll work with find out when Mr. Foster, when we can arrange that bid date.
That's right. We coordinate with the county on that, but it'll be probably a week or week and a half before your May school board meeting.
So you consulted with some contractors. Do you think there are going to be enough contractors interested that it's going to be a pretty?
Oh, there'll be no problem with that. There'll be no problem with that. We'll probably have, I would guess, between 4 and 6 good contractors. See, I don't need 8 or 10 and only 2 of them are good. I need 4 good contractors, and I'd close it up after that if I could. But I think we'll have plenty, including, again, some folks that are building schools for your neighbors right now.
Well, I mean, in the past, there's been issues when you get down to that punch list, and that's where the problems start. So a good contractor, punch list shouldn't take too long to get completed.
A punch list should be touching up paint
Yeah,
and a
it should
squeaky
be-
door.
it should be
and
tearing out a wall every
No.
week.
Well, see, we're gonna catch that stuff
Well,
during construction.
yeah,
I
but
mean, but yes,
In the
that's.
past, those things have happened, but you're saying you're comfortable, we're gonna have good contractors bidding on that.
I know that we will, but whoever we get, we're gonna be out there the whole time with them. So if something looks like it's not going quite right, it doesn't take very long to address it during construction as we go. There should be nothing like that hold over to the punch list. Very good. Mark, do you want a quick update on your secure vestibules or the security stuff that we?
Well,
I don't.
you can.
I've been to each of your schools. I had been to them before, obviously, but I revisited each of them to look specifically at security. As I think I mentioned last month, we've got 10 school systems that have asked us to do this. And a lot of them are starting to move into the construction phase. And anywhere that you've got your main office adjacent to your main entrance, I consider that an easy fix. I'm going to fix that by directing traffic with a new storefront. And so that if I'm a visitor, I can go in those front doors, but then I cannot go anywhere until I either stop at the window and let them know I'm a visitor, state my business, get my visitor tag, and then get buzzed into the school. Or I go physically into the office and stand at the reception desk, get my visitor tags, sign in, and then I get buzzed electronically into your school. So, Northside, Smithville Elementary, and the high school, I categorize as easy. I can draw those up anytime, not a problem. DeKalb West would have been just about impossible, but we're addressing that with the addition. You're going to have a whole new entrance, and it will have a secure vestibule configuration just like we did at Lebanon High School, just like new construction, which leaves the middle school. The middle school is categorized as hard.
That's an understatement.
The understatement. The only way to achieve a true secure vestibule that I'm talking about is to move the main office, or move the, at least, reception. Short of that, you're looking at an electronic solution, where you have a camera and a buzzer. I have to tell them who I am, they buzz me into the building, and then I should go to the main office and get my visitor tag and sign in at that point. That's really the fallback position. What I would love to do, I'd love to take the classroom just to the left of the front entrance. I don't know if you can afford to do something like that, but that would be the real fix at the middle school. I don't know what else you would do other than a buzzer and a camera. So that's kind of a brief rundown. I can get some sketches together, let Mark look at them, and if it's something you guys want to move ahead with, or at least look at, I can have that for you next time.
We already have buzz on the camera.
You know, and again, what you're hoping for there is that when you buzz me in, that I go where I'm supposed to go. You don't have to. Once you buzz me in, I can go wherever I want to go. So that's really not the ideal. That's just what you've got to deal with there at the middle school without moving the office. You know, at DeKalb West, we are moving the office. At a lot of schools, we are. Hendersonville High School, we are moving the office. Huntington High School, we're moving the office. And so that might be something to look at. And I'm sure you're using every classroom you got there, so I don't know how that would work exactly, but maybe we can talk about it a little bit more over the next month.
But you're talking like what's at Gordonsville High School?
Yes.
It's a secured vestibule.
Correct.
It would be too cost prohibitive. Well, I don't guess the office, the configuration of the office, the pod there, where the receptionist is, and all the offices that adjoin that, going into the library, that it would be impossible to convert that into a classroom and move that into
Structurally, I could very easy, because those aren't load-bearing walls. The problem is, that's not a sprinkled building, and I can't have an interior, you shouldn't have an interior classroom like that in a non-sprinkled building without an exit directly outside. The middle school's a pickle, because you've actually got a lot of classrooms right now that
we've got.
which makes it, which does, and this is just thinking about this going forward, which does make it a challenge to renovate that building, because depending on how much you want to do or what you want to do, eventually the fire marshal is going to say, guys, this doesn't cut it. You need to do something. You need to either sprinkle the building, or you need to, address this somehow. So just food for thought, I guess, going forward. But I'll continue to talk with Mark about this over the next month, and I'll have some sketches to bring to see how it might work.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. Anything else? Thank you.